Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's so nice to see you all as we begin our Shabbat morning celebration together. Rabbi Nico is in Israel with our teens, and I invite you to participate as part of our worship community this morning. As always, this is not a performance. This is our worship, our celebration of Shabbat together. We have a few special pieces of this morning's service, and we're very happy to share that with you. This morning we start with Matovu, recognizing the beauty of our surroundings and the fact that our tents can be turned into homes and dwelling places. This version of Matovu is one that I actually wrote back in 1995. And thanks to, Lila's probably the only one that's ever heard it before. My daughter Rachel sang it at her bat mitzvah, and it has been in the cupboard ever since. So thanks to Gabby and Michael and Crystalline, it will be brought back to life this morning. And I invite you to sing along as you are able. Matovu, page 192.
Matovu alecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu alecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Va'ani berov chasecha Yisrael, Matovu alecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Adonai ahavti me'od betecha, u'mekom mishkan kevotecha, v'ani eshachave be'echra'ah. Livnei Adonai osi, Matovu alecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu alecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Lecha Adonai et ratzon Elohim berov chasdecha. Anei li be'emet yishecha. Matovu alecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu alecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael.
As we do when we are in our tents camping, we check out to make sure that our bodies weren't eaten alive by bears during the night. And so we turn to page 194, and we read together in the middle in English. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who formed the human body with skill, creating the body's many pathways and openings. It is well known before your throne of glory that if one of them be wrongly opened or closed, it would be impossible to endure and stand before you. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals all flesh, working wondrously. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei chol basar, umafli la'asot. Then we turn inwardly and think about the soul that has been returned to us after our night's sleep, recognizing that the soul that God has given to us is pure. Elohai Neshama, page 196.
Elohai Neshama Shenatata Bi Tehorahi Elohai Neshama Shenatata Bi Tehorahi Elohai Neshama Shenatata Bi
Praised are you, Adonai, in whose hand is every living soul and the breath of humankind. Baruch atah Adonai, biado asher biado nefesh kol chai, v'ruach kol basar ish. We turn to page 198 for our daily miracles, Nisim B'chol Yom.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who has given the mind the ability to distinguish day from night. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who opens the eyes of the blind. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who frees the captive. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who lifts up the fallen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who stretches the earth over the waters. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who strengthens our steps. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Mabish arumim, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hanoten layaif koach, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hama'avir shena me'enai u'knuma me'afapai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tzelem Elohim, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani bat chorin, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael b'gvura, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, oter Yisrael b'tifara, Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah. The word la'asok can also mean to wrestle and to become totally ingrained. So when we engage with Torah, it is that we actually become involved with all of its teachings. And so please take a moment on page 204 and 205 to take a look at a reading and let it resonate with you. Become engaged with it. Our service continues on page 212 with verses of praise, Baruch She'amar.
Baruch she'amar v'haya olam, Baruch hoseh bereshit, Baruch omer ve'oseh, Baruch gozer u'mekayem, Baruch merachem al haaretz, Baruch merachem al habriot, Baruch meshalem sachar tov lirehav, Baruch elad v'kayam lanetzach, Baruch podeh u'matzil, Baruch shemo. With songs of praise we extol you and proclaim your sovereignty, for you are the source of life in the universe. One God, life of the universe, praised and glorious ruler, your name is eternal. Blessed are you, Adonai, sovereign who is glorified through praise. Baruch atah Adonai, melech mehulal batishbachot.
A song for the Sabbath day, Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, on page 214.
Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, yalay, 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 yalay. Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, yalay, 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 yalay. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, ולזמר לשמך העליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדיך, ואמונתך בלילות. עלי עזור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. עלי עזור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, עלי, 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 עלי. צדיק התמר יפרח, כארץ בלבנון יזכה, שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו, עוד ינובון בשיבה, דשנים ורעננים יהיו, להגיד כי ישר אדוני, צורים ולא עוולת תעמוד. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, אלי, 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 אלי.
Happy are those who dwell in your house, they forever praise you. Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, page 215.
אשרי העם שכך עדו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו, אשרי העם שכך עדו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו, אשרי יושבי ביתך עוד יהללוך סלה, אשרי יושבי ביתך עוד יהללוך סלה, אשרי העם שכך עדו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו, אשרי העם שכך עדו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו. אשרי העם שכך עדו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו, אשרי העם שכך עדו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו.
We continue silently on pages 215 to 216. The English is on page 217. We finish with the psalm at the bottom of page 216 where it says Tehillat Adonai.
Tehillat Adonai yedaber bi veyevarech kol basar shem kodsho leolam leolam va'ed v'anachnu nevarech Yah me'ata ve'adon.
Psalm 150 has been interpreted many different ways over the years, from the Hallelujah chorus to more folky kinds of melodies. We continue with our version of Psalm 150, page 218.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Using nature as a metaphor, we continue with the Ilufinu on page 220, thinking about all the beauty of nature and the expanse of what it holds for us. And even with all of that, our expressions are inadequate for what God gives us. Ilufinu, page 220.
Ilufinu male shira kayam Ushonenu rina kahamon galav Visitotenu shevach kemechavei rakia Vehenenu meirot kashemesh v'chayareya Ve'yadenu frusot k'nishei shamayim Ve'raglenu kalot k'hayanot Ve'en anachnu masbikim lehodot lecha Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu אין אנחנו מספיקים להודות לך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אמותינו.
We continue with the English in the middle of page 222. O God, in the power of your strength, great in the glory of your name, mighty forever, awesome in amazing deeds, the ruler who sits on a high and exalted throne. O God, your name is holy and exalted. The psalmist has said, Rejoice in Adonai, you righteous. Praise suits the upright. In the mouths of the upright you will be praised, and in the words of the righteous you will be blessed. In the tongue of the faithful you will be exalted, and in the midst of the holy you will be sanctified. In the multitude of choirs of your people, the house of Israel, your name is to be glorified in joy in every generation, O our sovereign. Yishtabach on page 223.
ישתבח שמך לעד מלכנו, האל המלך הגדול והקדוש בשמיים ובארץ. כי לך נאה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, שושבך הלל וזמרה, עוז וממשלה, נצח גדולה וגבורה. תהילה ותפארת, קדושה ומלכות, ברכות והולות מעתה ועד עולם. ברוך אתה אדוני, אל מלך גדול בתשבחות, אל ההודות אדון הנפלאות, הבוחר בשירי זמרה, מלך מלכי העולמים.
Praised are you, sovereign of wonders, crowned in adoration, delighting in song, eternal majesty. We separate the introductory prayers from our main Shacharit morning service with the Hatzi Kaddish, page 224.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכות וביומי on pariv ve'imru amen. Yehi shmera b'mevarach le'olam olam me'amaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnoseh v'yitadar v'yitoleh v'yitolah shemir krisha richu leila min kol v'chata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata tamira behama v'imru amen.
We rise as we are able for the Baruch Hu, page 226.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach ve'olam ha'ed. HaMevorach HaMevorach ve'olam ha'ed.
You may be seated. We join together in the middle of page 228. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of light and darkness, who makes peace and fashions all things. In mercy you illumine the world and those who live upon it. In your goodness you daily renew creation. How numerous are your works, Adonai. In wisdom you formed them all, filling the earth with your creatures. Be praised, Adonai, our God, for the excellent work of your hands, and for the lights you created, may they glorify you. Shine a new light upon Zion, that we all may swiftly merit its radiance. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMeorot. And with the acknowledgement of our universe, we also include the love that God bestows upon us daily with Ahava Rabbah, page 230.
Ahava Rabbah Avtanu, Adonai Eloheinu, Chemla Gedala V'Tera, Chamata Aleinu, Ba'avur Avotenu, Ve'imotenu, Shebat Chovecha, Shebat Chovecha, Avinu Makeinu, V'atlamdim Chukei Chayim, Kein Techonenu Tlamdenu, HaMerachem, Rachem Aleinu, V'ten belibenu lehavin, lehavinu l'haskil lishma, lilmod u'lelamed, lishmor ve'la'asot, u'lekayem et kol divrei Talmud Toratecha be'ahava. ברוך אתה אדוני הבוחר בעמו ישראל באהבה.
I'm going to nuzzle up to Genevieve because she's got the microphone. Last Shabbat, this beautiful young lady became a bat mitzvah at Temple Beth Or in La Mirada, and some of us were there to participate in the service. Genevieve did a couple of things that she's going to do with us this morning, one of which was a beautiful introduction to the Shema, and the arrangement she will use is written by a local cantor who has visited us before and has written a song called Listen. In 1989, I was at a conference, the Conference on Alternatives in Jewish Education, and I was at a workshop led by Debbie Friedman, Zichrona Livracha, and we were to write a want ad for the Shema. And this young man, a cantor, came up front and he said, I have an idea. Wanted, one people, one God, inquire within. And so Genevieve is going to share with us his rendition of Listen, followed by the Shema in a very special way.
If you're lost, you feel afraid, and you don't know what to say, then listen, listen to our God. Is there a question on your mind? Is the answer hard to find? Then listen, listen to our God. Listen with all your heart and soul, and with all your might. Write them and learn them and teach them well, every morning and night. Close your eyes and listen. Quiet yourself, there's nothing to say. Stop all the chatter that gets in the way, and listen, listen to our God. When the wind and the thunder finally disappear, there's still a voice that you'll hear if you listen, listen to our God. You can hear it from the top of the highest hill, or from the valley below. It can come from the edge of the universe. It can come from within your soul. Close your eyes and listen. Please rise as you are able for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malechut Tov Leolam Va'ed. Listen, listen to our God. Listen, listen to our God.
Our service continues with the Haftarah on page 234.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם נאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
We turn to page 236 and join in the English, and this portion we're actually going to be reading this morning as part of our Torah, so stay tuned for a repeat.
Adonai said to Moses as follows, "Speak to the Israelite people and instruct them to make for themselves fringes on the corners of their garments throughout the ages. Let them attach a cord of blue to the fringe at each corner. That shall be your fringe. Look at it and recall all the commandments of Adonai,
and observe them, so
so
that
you do not follow your heart and eyes in your lustful urge. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
From Egypt you redeemed us, freeing us from bondage. For that your beloved sang praise, exalting you. Your dear ones offered hymns, songs, praise, blessing, and thanksgiving to you as sovereign, the living and enduring God, high and exalted, great and awesome. God ever humbles the proud, raises the lowly, frees the imprisoned, redeems the afflicted, helps the oppressed, answering our people when we cry out. Praise to God Most High. Blessed is God and deserving of praise. In great joy, Moses, Miriam, and Israel responded with song to you, all of them proclaiming, Mi chamocha, who is like you, Adonai, our God. Page 240.
Yailai, 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 בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, הלילה שירה חדשה, שיבחו גאולים, ולשמך שפת הים, יחד כולם הודו, והמליכו ואמרו, שפת הים, יחד כולם הודו, והמליכו ואמרו.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Blessed are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel.
Amen.
We turn to the Tefillah, page 242, our opportunity to enter the palace of God as we take steps in towards God's presence.
Adonai, sefatai tiftach, ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Kamel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'Mevii Geula Livnei Bneihem, Lema'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah, Rav le'Hoshia, Marit ha'atal. Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Samech nafim berofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar, Michamocha be'al gevurot, Umidam elach, Melech memit umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atal hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol. Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, Keshem shemakdishim oto b'shmei marom, Ka'katuv al yad nevi'echa, V'kara ze ze ve'amar, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Melech ha'aretz, Kevodo, Adir, Adirenu Adonai, Adonenu Ma'adir, Shimcha b'chol ha'aretz, Baruch kevod Adonai, Mimkomo. Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu, hu Malkeinu, hu Moshienu, ve'hu Yashmienu, berachamav lenei kol chai. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Yimloch Adonai le'olam, Elohai Yitzion le'dor. Hallelujah. Le'dor v'dor nagid godecha, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
continue silently through page 260. You may be seated when you have finished. As we conclude our prayers to God, we ask for one more thing. It's a tall order. We ask for peace throughout the world. Peace for us, for our neighbors, for those imprisoned, and for those who cannot ask for themselves. Oseh Shalom on page 260.
Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. Ve'imru, amen.
We turn to the Torah service, page 362. Please rise as our Torah is prepared to be taken from the ark.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kema'asecha, malchutecha malchut kol olamim, u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai Shabbat Shalom. I'm sick. Yes, but I don't want to get anybody else sick. But Shabbat Shalom. That was lovely. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. I'm sick. I'm not feeling well, so I can't shake hands, but Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Very good to see you. Welcome back. Right? Thank goodness. Right. Gentlemen, Shabbat Shalom. Yeah. Shabbat Shalom. My lady, I'm sick. But Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. The maftir.
Wait a second. Oh, don't. Let's not lose it. You may be seated. I did get the right Torah, didn't I? Yeah, you did.
Yes.
I just have to find it. I had it.
I know it starts in a weird place.
Okay, it's here. I
Found it?
I found it. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, Genevieve celebrated her bat mitzvah last Saturday, and because of the way Pesach falls this year, there is a difference in some congregations as to the Torah portion being read. And it just so happened that the other temple we were at was a week ahead than we are, and I was thinking as Genevieve was chanting Torah, either she's on the wrong Torah portion, or this is a great opportunity for Genevieve to celebrate another bat mitzvah with us the following week. So I invited Genevieve to share her words of Torah with us this morning, and it's a good thing the ceiling was as high as it was, because she jumped up and down so high that she almost hit herself on the ceiling. So I took that as accepting my invitation, and so I would now like to invite Genevieve Kaplowitz-Payden, or Payden, I don't know, whatever it is, Genevieve, our newest bat mitzvah, to share words of Torah to introduce this morning's reading.
My Torah portion, Shalach Lecha, is about scouts returning with conflicting information when coming back from an exploration of land. However, most of the scouts came back with negative reports, causing the community to lose faith in God and rebel, heading back to Egypt. Moses was able to plead with God to forgive the people for their lapse of faith. Moses was advised to tell the Israelites to attach a blue cord to the fringes at the corners of their garments to be a reminder to observe all the commandments and be holy to God. The verses that I read were about a group of 12 scouts, each a tribal leader, who were sent to scout the land of Canaan. 10 of the scouts returned stating that, although the land flows with milk and honey, there were giants that would surely kill everyone. The other 2 scouts, Joshua and Caleb, chose to assume a more optimistic stance. They did not deny that there were giants, although they argued that God was on their side and would not let any harm come to them. The Israelites sided with the majority of the scouts and even went as far as to ask to return to Egypt. When they began to act on their thought and actually started to return to Egypt, God punished those carrying out the plan by not allowing any of them to enter the promised land. Instead, only the children of those original Israelites would set foot on the land of Israel. A few questions I had after reading my portion were, why did the report that the 10 scouts gave inflict fear? And why did the Israelites listen to the scouts and want to return to Egypt? I believed this is because of people's willingness to believe the majority and think negatively. In today's era, people tend to be much more pessimistic. If you have social media, it's easy to affirm this fact with all of the awful things people are posting. Even just going about your everyday life, you're bound to notice a whole lot of negativity, or rather, a lack of positivity. On a similar note, people tend to believe the majority, even if that side is in the wrong. We look for safety in numbers, and siding with the majority provides us with this. In 1951, psychologist Solomon Asch proved this by conducting an experiment testing levels of conformity in college students. Participants were placed in a room with actors who attempted to make the subject conform to their incorrect answers to simple questions. It was found that about 75% of the subjects sided with the incorrect majority at least once. The results of this test show that even in the most simple situations, we find ourselves trying to fit the norm. One of the many aspects that people debate about this portion is the sin that the Israelites committed. There are many conflicting views on this topic. Different sides believe that the reason that the Israelites were punished could be slander by the 10 scouts who only reported on the bad, or the rejection of the land promised by God to the Israelites, or taking advantage of the people's lack of confidence, or misleading the people. Out of all of the thoughts mentioned, the argument that I agree the most with would be the Hasidic teacher Yitzhak Meyer's, which is the idea that the action of the Israelites, going back to Egypt, was their sin. All of the other views seem too mild to have such a harsh punishment. Meyer's idea of taking action is enough to drive such a consequence. Obviously, we all think bad things because we're human. Every day, I'm sure you have the desire to stuff your face with sweets the moment you come home from work or school. However, giving into these temptations, even though we know they are wrong, is the true sin. 1st to 2nd century Talmudic scholar Ben Zoma once said, "Who are mighty? Those who are in control of their actions." Self-control is an extremely valuable skill that's normally taught to children when they are still very young. Having control over your actions can be very difficult, especially when instinct threatens to take over. As mentioned, it's natural to have bad thoughts. It's not uncommon for you to be 100% focused on one thing before what feels like a million thoughts jump into your head. We can't control our thoughts, though we can control our actions. If we relied only on instinct, we'd be just like the dogs that chase squirrels in the park for absolutely no reason. But instead, we have free will, which is what separates us from animals. When the Israelites started to return to Egypt, they were reverting back to instinct, giving into their fears and returning to Egypt, ignoring their opportunity to keep moving forward. I believe that that is the true sin that the Israelites committed, and we should learn from their mistakes, which were choosing to believe the negative report and acting upon instinct. Learning from the wrongdoings of the Israelites not only assisted us in the past, but can help us in the present. As mentioned earlier, social media has many negative feeds and total lies. News reports are often just a compilation of half-truths and twists to make their stories seem more interesting. It's much more difficult to tell a fake report from a truthful one than it seems, and there are many simple tricks used to make their stories seem believable. So how can you prevent yourself from making the same mistakes as the Israelites? We must remember to look beyond the present. Ask yourself this: in the end, will doing this be good for me? In doing this, we are making life easier for your future selves. The next thing to think about is whether or not the facts presented are extreme. This goes along with the famous saying on many Pinterest boards: if it's too good to be true. If the information given seems impossible, then it probably is. With these questions in mind, we can avoid making the mistakes of the ancient Israelites.
Thank you. Beautifully said. Negativity, positivity, What do we look for? Are we the grasshoppers, or can we be giants in our own lives? We turn to our Torah reading on page 1107 in our Red Torah books. Verse 16 is where we begin. And is somebody calling the names, or am I? Mitch, do you want to call the names? The names are up here, apparently. You are now the Gabbai. You've been elevated.
Yamdu, Herschel ben Abraham, HaKohen, Henry Cohen, via Hannah Zev Zhani. Is she going to do the first one too? Yes. Okay. Via Hannah Zeva Zhani, Sarah Davida, Sharon, Sharon Padden, and Genevieve. Genevieve. My mistake. Genevieve.
Sean.
Hu et Adonai HaBarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam. Asher bacha banu mikol hamim. V'natan lanu et torto. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Eile shmot hanashim asher shalach Moshe latur et haaretz vayikra Moshe lo bin Nun Yoshua vayishlach otam Moshe latur et haaretz Kenan vayomer alehem aleze aluze v'negev valitem et ha'ar uritem et haaretz mahi Ve'et ha'am ha'yoshev alecha ha'chazak hu harafeh hama'ad hu imrav.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yamdu, Moshe ben Yechiel, Vasilka, Marvin Rosenberg, via Fega, Bracha, Bad Herschel, Barbara Rothbach, via Benjamin Ganesha, Ben Shamariahu, Burton Silver.
We're on verse 19, so that would be on page 1108.
Baruch Adonai HaBarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bacha banu mikol hamim. V'notan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Uma haaretz asher hu yoshev ba hatova hu imra'a. Uma ha'arim asher hu yoshev behena. B'machananim im b'mivtzarim. Uma haaretz hashmonehu imazah hibat etz im ein vehit chazaktem velakachtem mipri haaretz v'hayamim yemei vitrei anavim V'ya'alu v'yaturu et ha'aretz mimidbar tzin ad Rachav. No, Rachav lavo hamat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Yamdu, Ephraim ben Shlomo, Gary Gruber, Miriam Bat-Zav, Leah Ruth, Karen Guth, Baruch Le ben Eli Ufreda, Bruce Melcher.
It's okay.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaBarach.
Adonai Baruch le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
ויעלו בנגב, ויבוא עד חברון, ושם אחימן ששי ותלמי, ילידי הענק, וחברון 7 שנים נבנתה לפני צוען מצרים. ויבואו עד נחל אשכול, ויכרתו משם זמורה, ואשכול הנביאים 1, וישאוהו במות ב2, ומן הרימונים ומן התאנים. למקום ההוא קרא נחל אשכול, על אודות האשכול אשר כרתו משם בני ישראל.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Maftir will be found on page 1122.
This is tight.
For the maftir, since we are reading the mitzvah for using the tzitzit, the mitzvah for tzitzit, something that we read every Shabbat, and then we go into a part that you definitely know how to sing, we invite everybody who would like to come for an aliyah, if you have not yet come, or if you have, and join us in the bracha, and to be a witness to the reading of this, or you can watch on the screen, maybe. Move over just a little. There we go.
But I'm
Yeah.
terrified I'm gonna knock over the camera.
Yeah, you're good right there.
Okay, I'll try not to sway.
Maybe what we can do is,
No, metallic.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Vahed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vahed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Adonai el Moshe lemor, daber el bnei Israel, ve'amata alehem, ve'asu lahem tzitzit, al kanafei vigdehem ledorotam, ve'natnu al tzitzit hakanaf betil techelet, ve'haya lachem letzitzit, uritem oto, uzchartem et kol mitzvot Adonai, ve'asitem otam, ve'lo taturu acharei levavchem ve'acharei enechem asher atem zonim achareihem leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim leloechem ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem, meretz Mitzrayim, liyot lachem Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natan b'torcheinu. Baruch atah Adonai, notei haTorah.
Amen. Yashakoach. We offer a Misha Berach for those called to the Torah this morning. So if you were called to the Torah for blessing or as a reader, please rise. Misha Berach, Avotenu v'Imotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless all those who have come to the Torah to honor God and Torah. May they merit from the Holy One of blessing protection, rescue from any trouble or distress, and from any illness, minor or serious. May God send blessing and success in their every endeavor, together with all Israel, and let us say Amen. You may be seated. We also ask God for healing for those suffering from illness, major or minor, physically, emotionally, spiritually, those suffering from addictions. If there is somebody whose name you would like to mention, we'll go around the room. Please bring their name into our presence so that we can also include them.
Joel
Oren Ben Miriam. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. May the blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say Amen.
Amen.
We rise as the Torah is lifted. Henry will do the honors. Please rise as you are able.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו shasha devarim, shasha devarim, haolam, haolam omer.
You may be seated. We turn to a little bit of study, and Lila is handing out the portions of Pirkei Avot. We are almost at the end of chapter 4, and we have two beautiful verses, two beautiful Mishnayot that we will study this morning. The first one says, Rabbi Elazar ben Shamua says, "Let the honor of your student be dear to you as your own, and the honor of your fellow like the reverence of your teacher, and the reverence of your teacher like the reverence of heaven." I want you to think a minute about your lifetime of learning, and think about a teacher from whom you learned a lot, if not the most. Someone who was real influential in your life. What were the qualities of that teacher? Anyone care to share? Henry? Patience. Inquisitiveness, knowledge, encouragement. Yeah. Love. Okay. Perseverance. With a student like you, yeah. Yeah, that teacher did not give up on Gary Gruber. Right. Wisdom, which goes beyond knowledge. Knowledge is in the front part of the brain. Wisdom is how do you apply it? Yes, Jane. Demanding. They pushed you. Very good. Very good. And those are the teachers we carry with us as we move through life. You mentioned positive attributes from a teacher. You can also think of the teachers who you learned from by what they didn't do. I had a Spanish teacher in high school whose every answer was, "Así es la vida." That's life. Mr. Martinez. I learned a lot, but it was annoying. Let's just say that. You can think about those. What? Of course, Senor Martinez. So, and I had him not once, but twice. So we remember those teachers. And those of you who have taught somebody in your life. Lynette, hundreds of preschoolers, probably thousands of preschoolers over your life. You remember certain students. I remember when I was getting ready to name my firstborn, I said, I will never name a child Dennis. Every Dennis I've ever known has been a challenge. But we remember our students, whether they were our children, whether they were former students, whether they were people we traveled with and we helped to shape their lives. Carol, you worked as a counselor, the people whose lives you touched and guided, and though they had to do the hard work, you were there to influence and coach them and encourage them along the way. And so this Mishnah, let the honor of your students be dear to you as your own, and the honor of your fellow like the reverence of your teacher. So we look to our fellow companions as potential teachers. Have you ever been taught something by a friend? by your parents, who always said, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to teach you something. Right? And how many of us have learned from our own children? My daughter once said to me, Mom, there's a difference between going to school and getting an education. Wow. And the reverence of your teacher, like the reverence of heaven. Those teachers who have influenced us, many of us elevate those people who have made the biggest difference in our lives. The second mission, are there any other thoughts about this first one? Anything come to mind? Okay, and the second one. Rabbi Yehuda says, be careful in study, for an error in study is considered an intentional transgression. What does that mean? If you're not focused.
I would think in study you have a chance to ruminate over that study and to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't get it right, well, then that's pretty serious.
Right. If you go over the financials and over, you've spent months going over, your hair has actually gone gray at the temple.
At this temple?
Yeah, that was a Gruberism. No, it's an old line. But if you go over and over and over what you have studied and you make an error, it's as if it was an intentional transgression. But what about those errors we make that are totally innocent, that we had no influence over, that we had no choice? Yes, Jane. So having a chevruta, having a study partner, can help to balance that out so that we have an opportunity. Like Gabby said to me this morning before services, can I go over my Torah reading with you? It's important to have another person next to you, not that we are meant to be an island unto ourselves, but to have somebody with whom we can go over this material and study together. It's another reason why we need witnesses in order to accomplish certain things, so that we are not making solo decisions. Rabbi Shimon says there are 3 crowns. I love this line. There are 3 crowns: the crown of Torah, the crown of priesthood, and the crown of monarchy. But the crown of a good name outweighs them all. What are your thoughts on this? Mitch?
The role a person plays in touching the world, the crown of the good name, touches everyone, where the crown of each of the other 3, whether it be the crown of Torah, the crown of priesthood, particularly the crown of monarchy, those are crowns of power, crowns of knowledge, but not crowns of the giving. The good name is the one that we remember because of the way it touches everyone.
So the crown of a good name touches, in essence, we say that if you save one person, it's as if you saved the world. And so if you have a good name, which is accomplished by study, by doing deeds of kindness, by doing mitzvot, by all of these things we are looked up to, we become those teachers who are esteemed as we do the heavens. And having a good name is more important than anything in the world. So, thoughts about this? Yes, Dvorah. exactly. That's a famous midrash that I actually shared last Friday night, a week ago, yes, when we were talking. I know. So, yes, you're absolutely right. We can never erase completely and make the paper as it was originally. So, very powerful statement. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, Gabby. A good what? A good name? Ah, so true. The crown of a good name. So, yes, the crown or the kippah or whatever is clothes do not make the person. It is what is inside that creates who we really are. So thank you for your thoughts this morning. We continue by putting the Torah away. Who is doing that? Please rise as we open the ark. No problem. Page 374.
Okay. Eitz Chaim hi, L'machazikim ba, V'tomera me'osha derechea, derechei noam, v'chol netivotea shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva chadesh yameinu kekedem.
The Aleinu, page 586.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
You may be seated.
Sorry.
Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. If you are in the first week of mourning, the first Shiva period, please rise and share the name of your loved one with us. Rabbi Richard Levy was one of the giants of Reform Judaism, the dean of the Rabbinic School of HUC, who passed away last Shabbat. Stan Pesner, if you are in the Shloshim period, please rise. If you're in the cycle of the first year, please share your loved one's name with us. Gary. If you are in, yes, Julius, Ed Rosenthal, yes. And if you are observing a yort site this week, please share their names with us. Yes, Sephardic. Anyone else? Marie Van Ralt. For those whose custom it is to support our mourners by rising, you may do so. We find the Mourners Kaddish, Kadisha Tom, on page 598, and we join our mourners as we say together, Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei dekudusha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi Shlomo Rabba min Shmaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Say shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel. May our loved ones' names be memories to all of us, and which we say amen.
Amen.
You may be seated. Before we end our service this morning, I would actually like to invite Genevieve to come back up to this podium because we actually have something for you. As your loving congregation, I know that last week you received a Kiddush cup from Temple Beth Or. But as we are commanded to bring light to the world, and as you bring light to our lives, we would like to present you with a set of Shabbat candlesticks with which you can bring light to your home now and always for holidays, for Shabbat. And we are so very proud of you. And since you are now an official adult member of this congregation, it's my pleasure to present you with your official name tag. And remember that High Holiday choir practice begins in July. Yes. So Mazal Tov to you, to your family, to your grandma, who is so proud of you. Look at that grin from ear to ear. Thank you for being part of our congregation. Are there any announcements that need to be made? Everything is on our program booklets, and so the tidbits, right? I forgot where to find information these days for the temple. I've got it. Thank you so much. But so let's finish our service with Adon Olam. Page 625, we rise, we embrace each other, we become one community as we close our Shabbat celebration. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Le'ed Nasa B'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Ve'acharei Kichot HaKol Levado Yimnoch Nora Ve'hu Aya Ve'hu Ove Ve'hu Yeh B'tifara Ve'hu Yeh B'tifara Ve'hu Echad Ve'en Sheni Lehamshilo Lehachbira Beli Reshit
ביום אקרא, מלאת כוסי ביום אקרא, בידו כי רוחי, בעת אישן לעיירה, ואם רוחי כביאתי, אדוני לי ולא אקרא, אדוני לי ולא יירא.
Shabbat Shalom. Please join us for Kiddush and Motzi. Shabbat Shalom. Good job.
Thank you.